Viewers, I present to you the not quite as disco as intended new PC. You might be wondering what on earth happened. Well, I will tell you, you'll all know that the first one came through and it was broken. It was supposed to be an AMD Ryzen 7 system with an exciting LED heatsink and all sorts of stuff going on. But it didn't boot, didn't do anything. So it went back. Actually, it did do something. It created a horrible noise. It went back and they said that they'd fixed it. And unfortunately, problems abounded, including damage to the case and all sorts. So I said, do you know what? Let's just start again. Send me something else. This is that something else. So this is actually an Intel system, because I really wasn't happy with the build quality on the Ryzen stuff. This is an i7 8700K. It has got an RX 580 in it, but it's a different model. It's the Red Dragon, and I have to say, it's not very red and it's not very dragony. Where's my fire? Where's my red light? Not there! Very frustratingly. The cooler, as you can see, is a giant black brick, basically. The graphics card is a giant black brick. The RAM, a giant black bricks. I have actually still got the LED stuff, and I kind of want to put it in there, but equally, for cost reasons, I don't want to hang on to it. Graphics card and the RAM really should be going back, so I don't end up owning 1.3 of the PC, because I really can't afford to do that. The motherboard, you can see some red lights at the back there, sadly is not a Mystic Light variant, so all I have is the LED fans on the case, which in fairness isn't too bad. This setting is my favourite, the one that it just cycles calmly through the colours. It comes with a little remote control, and the little remote control makes it do all sorts of things, but largely flashing on and off, which isn't what I want. It just calmly cycle through, and I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on camera, but the lights sort of go through a weird rainbowy effect, which is kind of nice. And you can see them from the top here. Two more can fit in there if you want them to. And you can see it from the side here. And I don't know whether this will come out on camera. It might do. Oh, it kind of does. If you tilt back and forth, you get lots of sparkly colours, a bit like a Christmas decoration, which is great. You can also control these fans from switches on the top, these blue lights here. You won't be able to see this. You might be able to hear it. I'll just turn the fan right down and then back on again. Enormous amount of space in the case, but not on the other side, really frustratingly. As with all things transported by courier, something had come loose. In fact, the back fan didn't work at all, so I had to locate the power lead for it and pop it back in. And the power lead from the DVD player, it's a DVD writer, had also popped out, so that had to go back in. But then I realised, actually, there's no serial ATA cable from the DVD player. So that's not going to work until I can find one and put it in there. And also, one of the clips from the heatsink fan had come off. But it's a bit sort of loosey anyway, so I've just shoved that back on. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference. But yeah, no space around the back for the wires at all. I don't know why they design computer cases like this. I'm assuming that all of this chasm is for like water cooling or something, but it's not very good. It should be filled with LED lights or something. So yeah, it's not quite as exciting as it perhaps could have been, but it's a decent model nevertheless. If we go up here, we have to see, for those disappointed by the case, there's my keyboard, which is way more exciting. And there is my lovely mountain range, completely clear of any clutter. I'd give that about a week. It's such a relief to finally be back on a desktop computer, because doing everything on phones and tablets has been absolutely horrendous. I had to fire everything up, check my emails, look at my social media, and then play some games. Tried to do that this afternoon. Tried to do a bit of streaming, but wouldn't you know it, I think my internet uploading was a bit inconsistent this afternoon, so there's some problems with the frame rates and stuff. But we'll get that sorted out, I'm sure, and then we can all join together for a nice Christmas live stream or something. That would be awesome. Recording is fine, all the audio is fine, all of that seems to work pretty well. So, certainly be able to record some videos. I've also sorted out the mysterious fan issues about fans not spinning up. I think this is just modern technology. The fan was doing the same thing as the fan on the broken one, which was just to spin down really, really low. And it turns out there's a setting in the BIOS called Smart Fan that basically says the fans will not really come on until it hits 40 degrees, which I think is stupid, so I've changed that. And the graphics card fan wasn't coming on at all. And that distressed me because I'm so used to them sounding like an aircraft taking off. So I had a look round and I downloaded Afterburner and I set one of those curve thingies. And now it just nicely rumbles away until it's properly needed and then it kicks in. So nothing really gets very hot. And those fans are pretty powerful anyway. I like the fact that it stays pretty cool even if you turn them down. So you can make this almost completely silent, which is nice for recording. But for the time being, I've got them all whirring away to get all the ozone and God knows what else out of the case. It did smell a little bit when I first put it under some stress, so we have to hope that that is going to wear off. I think the case might have some sort of coating on it. The last time I smelt like that, it was because a motherboard was about to fail. Sorry, no, because a graphics card was about to fail, so let's just hope that my Red Dragon isn't automatically going to expire on me. I'll be keeping an eye on that. But yes, there it is. Hallelujah. I think it's been 3.5 weeks. It feels like about 6 months. It's actually more stressful not having a computer than it is having one. But yeah, at last we should be able to get back to my completely and totally non-regime of uploading and be able to look at the pretty lights, which is excellent. In fact, if I turn this side on, I might be able to get all the pretty lights into one shot. There it is. Oh, except it's gone bleh. Well, of course it has, because everything does. This is Windows 10 now, you know. I hate Windows 10. I hate Windows 10 with a passion. Reserved only for fascist dictators. Genuinely, I absolutely hate it. And I'm stuck with it now, because it's the most compatible with all of these new fangled contraptions they keep shoving in computers. Hate it. I've already made it look more like Windows 7 than anybody in the whole world. If anybody knows how to do aero glass on Windows 10, because it's flat and black and horrible, a bit like that heatsink fan in there, please do leave a comment. But please leave a comment anyway. It'll be lovely to be back. I hope you're not too disappointed by the old disco bus here. It could still have a rave if it really wants to. Maybe they'll be able to give me some ideas as to other things I could put in there to make it a bit more exciting. But yes, that is it. Let us reconvene in a game. I will see you anon.